Okay, hello everyone, and we're back in another deck profile video for Lianorn. And this is a DBT13 build, so this is the build for Lianorn Vivace. And if any of you guys are following the trend in the Japanese deck builds, right now Lianorn is really popular with Happy Dreaming Festa. This is the order from DBT06. It says that if your Vanguard is Lianorn, counter plus 1, check top 7, all up to 2 grade 1 or less. And what makes this card good is that right now we have lots of grade 1 targets, and all of them are really good, so our deck will mostly consist of grade 1s. Okay, so let's get it. So for the right line, I'm not changing the right line from the previous build. We're still using grade 0 Roroa, grade 1 Roroa, grade 2 Rekina, and grade 3 DBT Lianorn. Now the reason for this is that I'm currently not using the new promo for Lianorn. That is the one that on place Soul Blast 1, refill the Unison Dress and you can revive one. That card really makes this deck really good, but right now I'm currently trying a build without that promo because one is that the English community probably won't get that promo in a while, and second is just that the price just went up and got really expensive. And for trivia, by the time I'm making this video, Luster Impart Dragon lost its price quite a lot, almost 50%. So yeah, do be careful when you decided to buy Luster Impart in the English version because it will be replaced with the new grade 1 promo. So for the full build, it should be using the Zorga right line because we're bringing quite a lot of order. But we need to use these two to properly use this deck without the promo. And I will explain why the Zorga right line is also good for this deck, but let's get to it later. So for the grade 3, we're bringing 4 of the order, Happy Dreaming Festa, counter plus 1, check top 7, all to grade 1 or less. Now the target for calling this I will explain later, but this is a plus 1 and we do have Atlantis now, so that plus 1 will get converted into your hand later. Quite a good card, thin your decks, give you many quality grade ones. And next we're bringing 4 of Lianorn Vivace. So with Vivace, the deck becomes quite simple. You don't really need to think about how to get the most of your drag room or anything. Just write this on turn 4. That's it. You write this on turn 4, 80% chance you're already winning. Now, because this deck also draws quite a lot, you will encounter quite a lot of situations where you can Persona and Unison Dress at the same time, and by the time you do that, then you probably already win. But don't hesitate to discard Vivace for right toss, especially if you get rush, because the deck draws quite a lot, so you will probably meet another Vivace later. Now, we're not bringing any grade 2 except for the right line, so we're moving straight to the grade 1. I'm bringing 4 of the perfect card. One of them should be Lementaria Sunshit, honestly, but I'm using it on another deck currently. But you can also consider bringing 4 of these because you can call them through Happy Dreaming Festa and adjust the content of your deck. But considering that right now we're having Lure in Japanese, and Lure us for whether you have Elementario or not in your hand. So it's probably better to bring one Elementario. Now the obvious card for of the Rosarium Fairy. This deck only needs these two cards to kill your opponent. So this is your ideal board, Vivace with 2 Rosarium. That's it. You don't care about the back row because it will usually be built by itself just by playing the deck. You just need 2 Rosarium and Bright Vivace. That's it. And it will be quite easy to get 2 Rosarium, and I will explain later. Next, we're going to the star of the deck. We're bringing 4 of Atlantis. So Atlantis says if this turn you boosted your Vanguard 3 times or more, you can retire this unit at the end of your turn and draw 1. And if you have no open damage, you can countercharge 1. Basically, it's retire this, draw 1. So value-wise, it's quite similar to Inlet Pulse, but we can recycle this. So hopefully you will hit 2 of this from this, and that will become 2 draw. But there will be another way to revive it. But before that, we're going with the 3 of the Mystiarch order. Why are we bringing 3 of this Mystiarch order? One is to make sure you get Rosarium as early as possible, because that's the whole early game of this deck, and this deck needs that high tempo early game. Hitting Atlantis is also quite good because it's just an 8k open hit, no problem, but if they don't kill it, then next turn it will become a draw. And in a certain situation where your board is full, when you're using Happy Driving Festa, you can actually target this as a unit card, and this will goes to your hand. And since order card never touch the rearguard circle, it doesn't retire any of your rearguard, and it just goes straight to your hand. This is quite good using with Happy Driving Festa on the late game. And we're bringing 3 Diante. So this is the main difference with the popular build, because this should be 4 of the promo, because with the promo you can use this order called the promo soul plus 1, revive an Atlantis or Rosarium Fairy or anything, honestly, since it activates whether you call it from the hand, deck or drop. But we're not using the promo, so we still need Diante to gives us the plus from reviving units. The main target of reviving is of course Atlantis and Rosarium. If you have 2 Rosarium, you revive Atlantis. If you have 1 Rosarium or 0 Rosarium, you revive Rosarium. This will convert your Carto Blast into a draw, and also this will give you the much needed 13k back row. So why do we need 13k back row? Because with this line, this is 13, so in the Vivace turn, we're not Persona riding, so you're going to swing like this, and Rosarium will go copy Diante. So 13 plus 13 is already 26, plus 8 is 34, so this is already asking for 25k guard. Hopefully you have 2 lines of 34k attacks, so that you can push your opponents to high damage. But of course the problem is that after restanding, Rosarium will lose quite a lot of power compared to Luster Impart build, but this deck thins your deck quite easily, so you will probably check trigger anyway. Now for the next card, this is the last card before trigger, and probably nobody ever used this. We're bringing 4 of Tier Knight Emilios. Now what does this card do? So it says that if this card is called but on a recursive circle with grade 1 or less unit, you can soul blast 1, draw 1, and this unit gains 5k. So what you do with it is that you can replace plain tokens with Emilios. Then you soul blast 1, you draw 1, you gain 5k. Why are we using this card? Is in order to counteract the lack of the promo. So we're bringing another 4 sets of cards that can give you a draw. Now, of course, that since we're playing Lianorn, especially if we didn't get into Vivace, we will run out of souls, so do use it accordingly. But this will be able to filter your hand quite nicely. So we have 8 cards that draw us a card to our hand. So accessing your deck is quite easy with this. This will draw you cards. This will give you access to another unit. This will revive any of these great ones from your drop. Then this will search from your deck. So basically, we're only running Vivace and Rosarium Fairy. The other cards exist only to make this board, and that's what makes this deck so nice, because you can get the best board quite consistently. And that's it for the main decks. We're moving on to the triggers, and the trigger lineup will be quite different from what we've been using for the last few builds that I've shared on YouTube. So offer trigger is still Blessed Favor, still the best offer trigger for Lianorn and Stoichia in general, I think. We're bringing 2 of the heal, which gains shield if your opponent unit freestand. Why are we using this heal effects? Is obviously because the meta right now is Maigo in Japan, and this will shut down Maigo. No, it will not shut down Maigo, but this will help you a lot when you're fighting Maigo. In the popular build, we're bringing 4, but for now, I'm still using 2 and 2 of the normal heal. Of course, you can use 4 of this, but you will lose 5k shield each. And I know, I still feel that I need this 15k guard. Of course, you can change this accordingly, like Shiraru is going to be meta, so you can also change this to the grade 4 heal guard. Other than that, I think that's the only worthy choice of the heal guard right now. We're bringing 4 fronts. So we used to bring draw triggers, but right now the deck just draws so much that you don't really need the draw trigger, otherwise you will deck out. And since we're drawing a lot, we will draw our triggers, and it's just better to draw a 20k shield rather than a 15k shield or with 3 front 8 crits or draw trigger. So we're bringing 4 fronts. For the crits, I'm bringing 3 vanilla crits and 4 of the effect crits that goes to soul. Now this is quite important because our Tier Knight Emilios soul blast to draw. So this will fuel the soul to draw. Of course, if we're using the new promo, we still have to soul blast to use this effect, so you still need to pick up these crits. Also, when you're using the Happy Ripping Festa, it will also help quite a lot calling this card, because let's say you don't have any other cards to call, so it's just a good decision to just call the effect crits, and it goes to soul, gives power. 2k will become plus 4k because you're giving it to back row units, and then Rosarium will just gain the power again. So that's, let's say it's 13k, right? Usually you give 2k, that becomes 15k. Rosarium copied, it becomes 38. Yeah, it becomes 38. It becomes a magic number. So this crits is important. Now on to how to play the decks. I'm just going to explain a little bit of it, because while many people says that this changed a lot of Lianorn's playstyle, I don't think that's true, because this actually sent us back to the old Lianorn the first time she appeared, or at least until we get Resonance Dragon. This is exactly the build that I used to play, using Hyperdemic Vesta to pull great ones and just in your decks. Calling Prosper and other strong great ones like Amalie give you grow when it boosts, and I also use the great one which you can soul blast one to give it 10k when it presents, in order to give more power. So we're going to do a test hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you definitely want one Hyperdemic Vesta. You want one Rosarium Fairy and Vivace hopefully, but since we don't have any of that, we can just return the triggers for great ones. Everything other than Rosarium, I think, should be returned to the deck, because it will be called by Hyperdemic Vesta. And this is optional, because this can search for Rosarium Fairy for the early game, and I want an early game. So we're playing 3 to draw Diante, Vivace, and Perfect Guard. Not a bad hand. So let's say we're going first, okay? So if we're going first, we just draw. And now we have 2 Vivace. This is a clear choice of discarding. Right, draw 1, gain 2 token, then just pass turn. Opponent takes, we cannot guard with this hand, so no guard. So we'll just assume a normal game where opponent only swing once, then draw. I'm going to choose to discard Diante and write into Rectina, and I'm going to use the Habitat. We're going to try the top 7 of our decks. Hopefully we hit into Rosarium, and we do get Rosarium. And shuffle. Rosarium effect, retire 1, then call 2 plant tokens. So I've already talked about it also in my other video. We can call it like this, or we can call it like this. Personally, I prefer this kind of distribution, especially because right now we're bringing 4 fronts, so checking fronts will be huge. And since we're going first, right now the opponent said grade 1, so this will ask for 15k guard, 5k, 5k. And even if we go to Lianorn next turn, this is still a manageable board, especially since we have an Hyperdemic Vesta. It will still hit the opponent's trigger. It will be a different story if we're going second and we're still in draw grade 1. Going this is quite bad, because we don't bring anything to make Rosarium can hit another number against the opponent's 10k. So we just swing 10k to Vanguard. The reason why I'm always going Vanguard first in this scenario is like this. So if the opponent have 15k shield, they will guard this one first, because this has a chance for trigger, right? So if I get a critical trigger, this will be my 18k to crits and 10k. 18k to crits, that's another 15k guard. If they guard with 215k, then their hand is they're probably going to discard their combo piece for the next right line cost. That's also quite good. If I don't get any trigger, this will still swing 5k guard, 5k guard. They will still discard their combo piece or offer guard. If they decide to no guard here, And I check crit, then that's just a crit that goes. Even if this doesn't hit, the deck just need you to check 1 or 2 crits, and that will change the whole game. 10k to Vanguard, drive check front, and really nice. Since we're bringing 4 fronts, this will come out quite often. And let's say the opponent gets a damage trigger, then it still swings for 20k and 18k. And let's just say we opponent attack and we get no guard, gain damage trigger. Guarding here is also not that bad because we don't actually need that many counter blasts in the early game. So stand drop. We don't need Embelios. I think. Let's see. We need to revive one, right? Using the Rectina skill. Yeah, we can discard Embelios to write Lianorn. And Rectina skill, Soul Blast 1. Revive grade 1 or less. So we're going to revive Embelios here. Then Embelios skill activates since it comes to a reverse circle with grade 1 or less trigger card. And Soul Blast 1 for another draw. Very nice. We're using the order, counter plus 1, check up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hopefully we get 2 Atlantis or 1 Atlantis, 1 Rosarium Fairy. And we get 2 Atlantis, very nice. 1, 2. It also would be quite good to just call 1 Atlantis and 1 Rosarium, so we get 2 Rosarium for next turn. Really goes according to your playstyle. I prefer to draw and hopefully draw into another order or perfect guard or hopefully Rosarium. And we just change the position. This is already 10k, this gains 5k from its effect. And we just swing. Discarding critical trigger. And this good. Triple draw. The opponent will probably no guard this deck run, so we go triple drive. No trigger, no trigger, no trigger, no problem. And distance. Yeah, actually I can use the other skill to draw 1 and discard 1, but never mind. I forgot about that. You probably should use it because this counter charges if these don't have any more CB. Let's say I use that. So this will become my draw, right? And then, of course, I will discard this, and our triple draft will become 1, 2, 3. Nothing changed. Then this swings for 18. This swings for 18. And at the end of the turn, you retire this, draw 1, counter charge, retire this, and draw 1. Unfortunately, we draw into the over trigger, but that gives us quite a survivability for next turn. We just need to go into Vivace, and everything will solve itself. So, let's say we just convert to 5 damage. Couldn't check crits. There got attacks, no guard, he'll trigger part of Vanguard, and we can no guard another attack. And let's say we got with 20k shot. Stand and draw. Kill trigger, and we just right into Vivace, Unison Dress draw 1, and then we just use the order again, Happy Dreaming Festa. So counterblast 1, check top 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and call 2. So we're going to call Rosarium, and since we already have another Rosarium, I'm going to add this order to hand. Since Mystery of Habitat can be treated as a normal unit when you search in deck, and if you call it, it goes to hand. Then we just retire 1, call 2 pen tokens. This goes to front, and then we can just hold this here and replace it with this here, and this will get us home plus 1, draw 1, plus 5k, that will seems quite a bad move. And indeed, it is quite a bad move because we don't have anything else. Then we just swing. So this is 13 plus 13. This is 26. And this swings for, let's see, 13, 26, 34. Then Vivace attacks. Everything stands. Everything boosts. You would go twin drive. First check, nothing. Second check, critical trigger. Power all to back roll. Critical to Vanguard. Vanguard skill. Power plus 1. First and 3. Gains 5k. Of course, stand and distribute power accordingly. If your opponent gains a damage trigger, then it's probably wiser to just stand this or stand this. Yeah. And ninja swings with Vanguard again. Single drive check, critical triggers, another crit, really nice. And that's another 10k here. You give crit to either one of your Zarion. Now your Zarion swings for 13k plus 25 plus 8, so that's 33 plus 13, that's 46, and this is also 46 to crits. And that's the whole game plan, to just grow and hopefully you can reach Vivace turn and survive. So you just guard, opponent attacks, you just perfect guard. I'm going to discard Rosarium because we already have 2 Rosarium anyway, and just guard with everything that we got. Let's say we really guard with everything that we got. And since Vivace gives you Persona in unison, so you draw 2 cards, and when you reach this point, you should probably win. Use the habitat. Check top 7. And we just pull Amethyst here. The deck is like, well, still have quite a lot of non-triggers, but it's really thin right now. Hold here. This 5k. And we just swing. This is already huge with Persona anyway. We swing this, Vivace swings, stand all, boost all, twin drive, heal trigger, that's a heal, power to Atlantis, second check, no trigger, and use Vanguard's ability to counter blast 1, stand 3, swing again, plus 5k. That's a front trigger, really nice. And our stream just swings. How big is this? 18, 23, 30, 48, 56, 56. Yeah. And that's how you play the deck. So you just use this, or either this or this to draw. You draw into Vivace. You guard with all of the card that you have, as long as you have 1 Vivace and 2 of the Rosarium Fairy. The rest of the field doesn't really matter, and you will probably win. The rest of the deck just support how you reach to this point. Quite a simple deck, if I may say. Of course, there will be times where you use the order, check top 7, everything is trigger, or everything is trigger and perfect guard, and that's where we need to make a decision whether we want to call the perfect guard to increase the trigger chance, or we want to call the heal because we want to check crits, or vice versa because we want to check heals, so we're going to call the crits, the crit effect, for example. It goes to soul, then you get a heal. Now, of course, I'm also going to show you how it works with the new promo in case it comes out. So let's say we're using the Zorgar Outline, right? So we're going to say that Emilios is the new promo. you keep that promo. You better keep that promo in your hand. And you mulligan the trigger. Not a bad hand. Now with the Zorga right line, you draw, you discard. You can discard Rosarium, honestly. You write into the Zorga right line, great one. You solve this one. Why is the Zorga right line good? Is because it gives you more draws. And you discard the order, right? You go and opponent attacks. You can actually guard this one. Then it's our turns, then draw. That's an Atlantis right there. We can actually discard that Atlantis if we want, but we can also discard the Hyperion Festa right into the Zorga right line, grade 2, you bring back the order. Now if we... The disadvantage of Zorga right line is that we cannot rush easily, but with the new promo, you can actually hold the new promo, you solve this one, you refill your Vivace on hand, you solve this one, you revive a Rosarium, you retire that promo, and Rosarium get 2 token, and this just bring us back to the Roroa right line combo. It just swings 13, 15, drive check, nothing, and we need counterblast, so we're going to take this one, no guard, heal power to Vanguard, and we go stand and draw, right? We're going to discard the order again. There's really no need to keep a lot of them. Right into the Lianorn, since we're using Storgard Island. We don't get anything from this, right? We just go into Happy Dreaming Festa, counter plus 1, or you can actually discard Atlantis. That's also quite good. So Happy Dreaming Festa, counter plus 1, check top 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything that we want. So call Diante at the order to hand. No need to force yourself to get to 3 lines, honestly. So you just swings. Cost of course is the order because we already have 1 order and we can only play once per turn. So you triple drive here. From nothing, nothing. Stand swing. You just no guard, no guard. Let's say we'll take until 4 damage and guard with no OT. Stand and draw. Right mini sunrise, draw 1. And you use the order right now. Counter blast 1. Thin our deck a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does the promo, does the habitat. Now what's neat with this new promo is that you can solve plus 1 and then you revive the Atlantis. And then just going to battle right now. This swings for 21. This swings for huge. And this swings and drive. Nothing, nothing. This is really a bad demo. Why are there no triggers? Counter plus 1. Stand 3. Swings again. No trigger. Swing, swing. And after retire, draw 1. And we can probably survive this. Perfect guard. Discard another Vivace is probably better decision. Guard with 20k and 15. And guard with 30. And draw. You ride into the Vivace. Draw 1, draw 1. At the beginning of the main phase, this can goes to slow. Just thin your deck again with the Happy Dreaming Festa. Really, this deck is all about thinning. Really nice. See, the Messiah habitat can keep you from calling card unnecessarily since it goes to hand. Then you just call the promo, Soul Blast 1, and you revive another Elementis. Just replace this with Elementis so that we can draw again. Tag, Twin Drive, Great Power Front, Counter Blast 1, Single Drive nothing. At the end of the turn, you retire 2 Elementis to counter just 1 and draw 2 cards. So many draws. And that's why the new promo is just better. This is not a good replacement for the promo, but I think as a deck, this is quite functional. Of course, you can also decide to just use the Master Impart build, but personally, I prefer this build because we're bringing less breaks, more like the whole deck. Search your Rosarium and Vivace, so there is almost no chance of you breaking with this deck. The only way you break is if you only have triggers in your hand and you check top 7 and you check 5 triggers and 2 PG, let's say, or you check Vivace and PG. Or the other way you could lose is that all of your Vivace goes to damage. Yeah. Other than that, I don't really see how this deck could break. See, we already have 2 of our winning piece, keeping 1 of the order. Yeah, honestly, we can also mulligan for Hyperium Festa, but I still think that holding this Rosarium Fairy or the order is really more important in the early game, especially to ensure that you can win on your Vivace turn, first Vivace turn. So you draw, you discard your Vivace, and you already have 2, right? I don't really know if that's the correct way to read though, Vivace. I think it's Vivace. And you just pass turn. Opponent attack guard with 15k, and then draw. You discard Atlantis, right? Rectina. Use the order. Or call the Rosarium. That's totally according to your preference. I prefer to thin my deck right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a Rosarium, nice. Call 10 token. You swing 13, you swing 15. And drive check nothing. You know guard. Standing draw. The deck is really quite self-explanatory and it's really fun to use like this. So plus 1 revive Atlantis here. Since we're going first, there's really no reason to call another Rosarium here, but there's a counterblast open, so we're just going to counterblast 1, draw 1, and call Rosarium here. We can also switch this position. Lianorn attacks, so plus 1, discard Emilios, triple drive, first, second, third, no trigger, stand, attack, and at the end of the turn, retire, counter charge, draw 1. So many draws, and we just no guard front, no guard crit, and I think that should stop quite a lot of that. 33, stand and draw. Right the Vivace, draw 1. Use the order if you get the order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we already have 2 Rosarium. The only thing we need right now is the 13k body. So we're going to put this here and we're going to take the order to increase the hand size. And Emilios give you a Soul Blast 1 draw. And then we switch position. Anything else in the drop that we can use? We can actually go with Diante to draw. Or we can just hold Atlantis here and here. So we draw 2 at the end of our turn. And swing, twin drive, crit power, heal power, so many triggers. 4+1, stand 3, swing again, check, no trigger, swing, end of turn retire, we draw 2 cards. See my point? The fact that the deck draws a lot of cards means that you do not need draw trigger anymore, and also since you draw a lot of cards, you can get quite a consistent field. And just no guard this front, and go perfect guard, discard the order, and then just guard with 20k and over trigger, let's say, and then draw. Of course, the real game won't be as smooth as this. Like, we're assuming the opponent doesn't really aggro us, but yeah. Grieving Festa, check top 7. This is like 50% triggers in your deck. Hold here, and hold this one here, I guess. You retire 1 or 2 plant tokens, but it doesn't matter in a way because we're going to replace it with another Diante. You counter +1, and you can revive Emilios to Soul Blast Bro. You can revive Atlantis to draw later. There's really quite a lot of plays that you can use in this deck. If you want to get greedy, you call Emilios, you draw 1, you call another Diante, you revive an Atlantis, so you draw next turn, but I'm not going to be that greedy. The deck is already in a good ratio, so hopefully we check triggers. Swing. No trigger and heal. And Vanguard skill. Drive check another. Heal. Nice. And swing. Retire. Draw 2. You just draw so many cards with this deck. Hopefully that helps. This deck, I think, is quite affordable. Except for the fact that in English, this is quite expensive, right? I bought this in Japan for like under 5k yen. So I think that's still a fair price for Misty Arc, because this is really a good card, I think. But I think in English it's more expensive. The expensive card for this, I think, is these two, right? Rosarium is a must, non-negotiable. But if you want to try to play around buying expensive cards, I'm sorry to say that for this build, I don't think we can remove this two, because this gives your consistency and hand size. This also increases your consistency by reviving 1, and this is a great one, so Hyperion Cresta can search for it in the worst case scenario. So I'm sorry for Budget Gang. This is the best I can give you. Because this already cuts a lot with just Emilios replacing the promo. Promo is 12k yen, so we're already saving 12k yen for the promo placement. Yeah. That's it for the build. If you have any question, feel free to ask me in the comment section. If you have any suggestion, feel free to say it in the comment section. And if you have any requests, I'm also open for requests. I also plan to do a Pacifica deck build, so if you're interested in that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Anything else? You can also give me some feedbacks, like if you tried my deck build and it sucks, then yes, please do tell me, because I don't actually go to tournament a lot, so this is just me trying to cook alone. I usually play by myself or on stream, so yeah, please do take my video with a grain of salt. Thank you so much everyone for watching, and goodbye. Otsuretin.